Former NFL players and Hall of Famers Harry Carson and Mike Haynes have joined the effort to reach men about this critical health issue. As official spokesmen for Know Your Stats, Mike and Harry are here with me today. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
And Harry Carson, how are you?
Great.
Great.
Great. So how did you guys get involved with this Know Your Stats?
Well, Know Your Stats was actually launched at the Pro Football Hall of Fame 4 years ago. It was a partnership with the NFL and the American Urological Association Foundation to offer free screenings to retired players. And so attending that screening, I, for the first time, heard about PSA and these alarming stat, to me anyway, that 1 in 6 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. When you compare that to 1 in 8 women would be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime, you wonder why more men don't know more about it, because you find out that most men have no idea what the prostate gland does or where it's located, and no idea who's at risk. So when I found out through that screening process that I had prostate cancer, when they later asked me if I would help and be a spokesperson for the program, I said yes. And you know, this is 4th year now, and Know Your Stats is continuing to grow and grow. The commissioner has helped by making public service announcements, and several players have. We've been very fortunate to have guys like Harry Carson and other Hall of Famers help us get the word out, because the difference for this cancer is early detection. And so if you catch it early, when it's most treatable, you can have a lot of success in dealing with it. So that's our effort, and we're very fortunate to have a good team of people to help us.
Now, Harry, why do you think men are so reluctant to discuss prostate health?
Well, I think obviously, you know, when you talk about prostate examinations, you're looking at the digital rectal exam. And I think a lot of men sort of shy away from that. I'm just being honest about it. But the reality is, if a woman can be examined on a yearly or bi-yearly basis, then why shouldn't men? And I hold myself out as an example, because if I was a linebacker, and you know, linebackers have this mean sort of mentality, but I've been getting my prostate examined since I was 37 years old. And I feel like if I can do it, any other man should be able to do it. You know, I don't fear it. As a matter of fact, it's the first thing that I request when I go in for my yearly physical, just to get it out of the way. So we have to have these dialogues now, because African American men are twice as likely to die as a result of prostate cancer than the average male population. So you have to really start focusing on that, on the prostate examination at the age of 40 for most men. If you're African American, or if you have a history of prostate cancer in your family, you might want to consider doing it a little earlier, as I did.
Mike, does Harry seem really mean right now?
Well, you know, I think he's always been very kind
I'm
man
a softie. I'm a
off
softie.
of the field. You know, you put that helmet on, he turns into a different guy.
All right. How friends and family members, how did they encourage you to get your prostate checked? Did they encourage you?
Well, that's a very good question, James. I think because it is a difficult thing for men to do, to make the decision to go get checked, a lot of times it might take a family member, a wife, a brother, someone else in the family to encourage him. I've talked to a lot of guys who said, man, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to know. And you have to basically say, then don't do it for yourself. Do it for your wife. Do it for your kids. Do it for your grandkids. And that helps men, you know, make the decision oftentimes to do it. But it isn't easy. But that's why this campaign is so important. We're trying to make it just part of your normal discussion that you have with men. Women, because of childbearing, I think they start talking about their health when they're in their early 20s, maybe even teenagers. But for men, it's later in life, and we're just trying to change that. And we definitely want to make sure that if they have these discussions about prostate cancer, they can learn about all the different treatment options, all the different things that are out there to help them. All of them are very good. My wife and I, we picked a robotic surgery for me, but it has been something that, as more and more men are getting involved in the discussion, the more success we have in terms of saving lives.
So the website we can go to for more information, prostate health information and resources, is www.knowyourstats.org. Harry, give me a mean face before we leave. Thanks, Harry and Mike.
All right, James. Thank you for having us.